Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel. I have a secret for you guys. Come here. Inter and Admiral Lukman have an agreement. But jokes aside, here to react to Inter comeback win against Monaco in pre-season. Inter 2, Monaco 1 away at Monaco. It's pre-season, so whether Inter lose every single game, I wouldn't care. If Inter win every single game, I wouldn't care. But little signs, little details like this, I think do matter in the end. I don't know what you guys think. Of course, let me know in the comments down below afterwards. And of course, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. I'm on a little break at the moment in Sevilla, in Spain, south of Spain, just for my wife's birthday. So I didn't get to watch the match live yesterday, but I caught the extended highlights today. And of course, a match that was ruined by the referee. Absolutely ridiculous decision. The double yellow on Hakan Çalhanoğlu. I mean, Hakan clearly gets the ball first. Yes, there's a follow through, but completely clean tackle. He's the one that actually gets hurt, but somehow gets sent off. Even Monaco tried to fight back and complain to the referee about the decision. They were like, it's pre-season. We want to play 11 versus 11, but that idiot wasn't hearing none of it. But in a way, it's a nice test for Inter, right? Like it gave a little indication as to, obviously Inter had to run more in 10, so extra pre-season fuel and, fuel into the legs. So I guess Kivu's staff were probably as happy about that, the fitness staff. But of course, you know how to behave when you're in 10 man. And of course, we didn't really get to do that much under Inzaghi, did we? Inzaghi used to sub out players as soon as they get a yellow card or soon after getting a yellow card. So I think this season, that's one my prediction. I think we will see at least one red card for Inter this season from a double yellow because the Kivu is not going to have that obsession like Inzaghi. But credit to this Inter team that could have they went down 1-0 down early on. Amazing goal by Akliush, who maybe someone that we should put on the list of these Admiral Lukman alternatives. Lovely left-footed goal. I think we have been linked to Akliush in the past as well. So if he is on Ozilio's list, we should be taking a look. But Monaco are not an easy team to buy either. They're probably just as bad as Atalanta. But anyway, great goal from them. They had more chances. They could have been more than 2-0 up probably. But the post, the goalkeeping from Sommer and Di Gennaro kept us in the game. But at the same time, Inter could have had more goals as well. We had two goals, but in the first half, from high press, from Monaco's mistakes, we could have probably scored. Lautaro should have scored. Barella definitely should have scored. And, Barella, we're getting to, what is he now, 27 years of age. Going to be 28, I think, midway through the season. So we need to see those steps from Barella finally in his career. We thought he'd done them a few years back, but it seems like he's almost forgot how to shoot. Not the amazing, he can do the amazing goals, we know that from outside the box, but just inside the box, he just seems like when he's 1v1 versus the goalkeeper, he always wants to do something extra or something too difficult rather than just putting his laces through it or trying to place it into the corner. But again, I saw good signs. Bonny, what a goal. Another solo move like he did against the Inter under 23, but that's the Inter under 23. This was against Monaco, who finished third last season in Ligue 1, and Monaco at the moment are ahead of Inter in terms of their physical preparation, the pre-season, because their season starts a little bit earlier than us. They started pre-season earlier than us because they weren't in the Club World Cup. So that makes this win by Inter even more impressive. But what Bonny did, even more impressive, on the counter-attack, beating a guy, beating two guys, cutting back in, cutting back out, hitting it, not again, similar to his first goal the other day, not the cleanest strike, but deflection went in. Hopefully he can work on his connection. It seems like that's what he needs to work on, Bonny, the connection when he gets into the box, just being, certain, pick a corner and having the conviction and the technique to just, hit it in, because he definitely has the technique in everything else. Just the shooting, he needs to polish that up. But at the same time, Lautaro was the same. Lautaro did an amazing move to level it up. Fake shot, cuts back in, leaves what's his name? That guy that used to play for PSG and West Ham. His name is just escaping me now. Was a bit of a wonder kid when he was coming up at Schalke, the centre back. Oh, blanking on his name. But anyway, left him on the floor. Shoots deflected in, but nice to see that little bit of explosiveness and something, a bit of a dribbling from Lautaro, and in general just the fight back from Inter. Which I must say, you guys let me know, the people that watched the full match, you guys let me know. I still feel this Inter team is not made to be. I mean, it doesn't really matter in these preseason games what you saw, but in general, this team is not made for to be playing front foot, high press. We did create chances in the first half, like those chances we talked about in the first half came from Inter's high press, forcing a mistake from Monaco. But in the end, the goals that won into the game were from Inter sitting back because they're in 10 man and counter attacking, especially now that we have more guys like Bonny. We already had Thuram. We're trying to add someone like Lukman, Sucic, Luis Enrique, more guys with pace and able to hurt teams in the counter attack in open space. I still think this Inter team is more suited to playing, absorbing pressure and playing on the counter attack. Unless, I think we need to make more signings in the midfield and of course as centre back. Today there was the news that Milan are selling Malik Thiaw to Newcastle for 40 million euros. So I think they're going to divert that money straight to Giovanni Leoni. So I think we're going to miss out on Giovanni Leoni, which I don't think is the end of the world. Because again, in terms of characteristics, I'm not sure Giovanni Leoni is what Inter needed. Yes, he's young. Yes, he's obviously quicker than De Vrij and Acerbi. But his characteristics are not, I don't think, are made to be playing a high line, high press in the way that I think Kivu wants to play. So it is what it is. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, overall, I was impressed with what I saw from Bonny. I saw that Esposito came on and won the most duels in his short time when he came on. That guy is just an absolute magnet for the ball, for duels, but he wins the duels, an absolute, proper target man, old school target man. But you guys let me know, how was Sucic? How was Luis Enrique? The guys that we are really interested in seeing how they're performing. I heard that Luis Enrique took a little bit of a step back from what I read on Twitter, on the reactions on Twitter, that Luis Enrique wasn't looking as good. Sucic was looking decent. Hakan, obviously, I think, harsh, double yellow, but in the end, again, showing that is Hakan losing his touch? Is this we're already talking about post-peak Hakan is not getting back to the level from a few seasons back? How was the defenders? Pep Martinez, again, not playing today. I think or yesterday, he is suffering from a back pain. I hope it is actually back pain, not anything else Mercato related. Because, of course, he's probably wondering, he needs to sign me for 50 million euros, and it looks like I'm not going to be the number one again this season. Di Gennaro got a rare outing again. But, yeah, you guys let me know. How were the other players, the new players? Were you impressed by them? What did you make of Inter's playing style? Of course, it's difficult once you get put down to 10 men. But good signs overall. I heard Kivu, definitely, it was, not a super full stadium, so you could hear Kivu shouting on the sidelines. You could tell he's got that passionate sergeant side of, telling clear instructions to the players. He was one that telling Bonny for the goal. When Bonny scored, he's like, Bonny, alzati, like, get up. And that's what Bonny won the ball back and carried it for 40, 50 yards to score. So he's definitely having an impact on these players. He's very loud, he's vocal. I liked his post-match press conference. He said, I'm not interested in winning the Copa of the summer, the Summer Cup. He's speaking well. Of course, we all have our doubts. So most of the fan base has their doubts on Christian Kivu, quite rightly. But the squad remains strong. And of course, the rumoured players that we're linked with are very, very strong. If we land bloody Adama Lukman. Has anyone found him? I think they're saying that he's somewhere in Portugal right now on holiday now. Just completely disregarding Atalanta, disregarding the training that he's supposed to be attending now. He's not, unlike Cup Miners last season, he's not even offered or given Atalanta a medical note. Cup Miners gave Atalanta a medical note to say that he's injured. Lukman doesn't even bother to do that. He's like, nah, let me go to Inter or I'm just not turning up. So hopefully we see some development in that saga. I'm not even going to give timelines anymore now. I'm not going to believe any of the timelines that the media report, because it was supposed to be done and dusted either way by the end of July, and now we're like getting to mid-August soon. So I just hope, you know, the thing with Ademola Lookman is he's going to miss December/January because of the AFCON. So you already have to take that into account if you're signing him for pretty much 50 million. And the more this drags on, he's missing pre-season with Inter, which is very vital. And when you're signing a 28-year-old for 50 million euros, and we'll talk about it if and when we do sign him, there is no forgiveness for Lookman. He has to come in and make an impact instantly. No forgiveness, no bedding in time. Maybe we'll give him 1 or 2 games, but that's it. And if he's missing preseason, he's doing preseason by himself, which means he's not going to be up to speed with the other players. That's already not ideal. If you're signing someone for 50 million euros, it means that he's going to need time to get up to speed. Then he's going to miss a key period of the season midway because of AFCON. It's not ideal, to be honest. But Inter need to push this through. I think if this drags on past mid-August, I don't think it's worth signing Lookman, to be honest, because then I think you're not getting the benefits really of signing them because of the reasons I just mentioned. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comments down below. I will be back to England, to the UK on Sunday night, so normal service will be resumed then. Ciao ragazzi, always, Forza Inter.